Good morning. I am Adire Karnahalingam. Today I am going to talk about DevSecOps. So today agenda is I am going to talk about introduction of DevSecOps and three key aspects make an actual environment for DevSecOps and what is DevOps. DevOps with traditional software development. DevOps with DevSecOps. Importance of DevSecOps. Application security tool that you need to implement DevSecOps. Benefit of DevSecOps. Why should application protection be incorporated into the cycle of DevSecOps? Adapting a DevSecOps mindset and 6 pillars of DevSecOps. And DevSecOps is the future of security. So when we consider traditional software development, developers create an application and only once they are ready to deploy, after that they will communicate with security expert. So application can be quickly changed in production within the transition to agile development and the deployment life cycles. But in the last minute of deployment, it will be really stressful for security expert because they will get in last minute. So last period to approval for the launch also it's there. So it can be expensive and at the same time it's a time consuming and more dangerous as well. So to postpone the security evaluation end of the product, uh, this is not good idea. So uh, because more security issue can be identified in the later stage of product. So in DevSecOps is a solution for this. So DevSecOps is a culture and practice of organization software engineer to find the unity software creation and security and the operation. So applying securities at all stage of life cycle. So it can be applied to all stage of the life cycle. So example like planning, development, building, testing, releasing, uh, delivering, deployment, operation and monitoring. Three key aspects make an actual environment for DevSecOps. Security testing done by development team. Issue found during the testing managed by development team. Fixing those issues stay within the development team. So what is DevOps? DevOps is a set of practice that combines software development and operation. So when we consider the early development time, so developer will do their development and deployment will do by a deployment team. So here it's not like that. So developer also can do their development and the deployment. So both function they will know. So its main aim to shorten the system development cycle and provide a continuous delivery with the high software quality. So DevOps are complementary with Agile software development. So it's mostly complement with the Agile software development, and several DevOps aspects came from Agile methodology. So DevOps is about eliminating the obstacle between two typically solved teams, creation and operation. In simple terms, development and operation team work together in DevOps model. So that's what I mentioned earlier in DevOps model and through the entire life cycle of the software application from development and testing to the implementation to operation. So when we compare with DevOps with traditional software development, batch sizes go from big to micro. So in traditional software development, most of the development use waterfall method, and it takes lot of time and also releases are costly and disruptive. By planning big project, it is involve lot of code, so it will when we bundle into release, it will jam into the production. So in DevOps, organization take the opposite of the traditional one. So they believe small is the good one. So they think large batch sizes are inherently complex, risky, and hard to coordinate as well. And it is a less risk as well, and it release the patches frequently. Scheduling centralized to decentralized continuation. Efficient scheduling is at heart of the traditional IT organization. Since resources are pooled, projects are uh, usually clamoring for the infrastructure. The systems are quite sensitive. There are not much inaccurate and it takes much time to manage. In DevOps, organization scheduling is rush pushing to local cell level. The smaller batch sizes, dedicate teams, and automated process make scheduling more simple. Next one, turn high risk event to non-event. Traditional software development releases software into production is a high risk. So it is not uncommon for IT to set up war room staff for 24 into 7 for weeks before and after release. So DevOps organization make the release of software into non-event. So that means as much as possible. They reduce the risk by daily integration code into the trunk, automatically testing, and the also reducing batch sizes. Also, it's helping. Information focus is on dissemination was actionable. Both type of generate, both type of organization generate and share a ton of data. Uh, the difference is how team use the data. So in traditional IT, information generated by specialized and specialist bundled together with other data into the report and then goes for manager approval, and it's a long procedure to do. So most of the case report goes as unread. So the reason is it's a time consuming as well as the report is very huge size. And when we consider in DevSecOps, so when we consider in DevOps, within the DevOps organization, the team that gather and create the data. Since the data is to be consumed locally, since the data is processed within the team, it eliminates the time for creating lengthy report, manager approval. So here the team able to quickly read and react the data. Culture: do not fail west, fail earlier. Traditional IT fundamentally a risk because CIO first priority is to not lose the business. So they are all focused to preventing failure, and because of the reason they deliver their project late. So this is not a good one. So they will not satisfy with the client. So when we consider in DevOps, organizations take risk and they understand that failure is also possible. So instead of eliminate a failure, they prefer to fail small and fail earlier, so they can fix that and recover that and fastly deliver that. So next topic is DevOps vs DevSecOps. So when we compare with DevOps and DevSecOps, to speed up the development and release their product, including upgrade and correction. How all modern software companies use agile-based SDLC for various reasons. DevOps and DevSecOps use agile methodology. DevOps mostly focus on delivering the product fast, but when considered DevSecOps, increase security speed by delivering as quickly as possible, that is stable as possible. So organizations should incorporate protection into any aspect of DevOps lifecycle. According to DevSecOps, philosophy including initiation, design, construction, test, release, support, maintenance. In DevSecOps include continuous versatile coordination with development, release management, and security team as well. So the great data amount of come from together with high security demand. That's why DevSecOps is gaining more popularity now. In fast growing world, all the process should be also fast. And in order to achieve it, DevOps and security team need to cooperate as closely as possible. Actually, it's quite natural that two pairs should have to merge long ago. But some specialists prove that workflow of security DevOps team are difficult to combine. So they even provide reason for it. For example, the fact that workflow automation difficult to integrate for the two teams. When DevOps team, the level of automation is quite high. Security work mostly in manual way. It's similar to DevSecOps can also be called culture of its own. DevSecOps is physiologically integrating security method in DevOps process. Teamwork is crucial to DevSecOps engineer as is to DevOps engineer. Their ability to resolve conflict and conduct productive negotiation play a crucial role in creating secure application. From very start of SDLC DevSecOps work to make an application secure by introducing variety of the security techniques. Importance of DevSecOps. So DevSecOps is important because purpose of the protection into the SDLC it's simple and less expensive to identify the resolve the defect before it go far into production. So when we apply DevSecOps in application, they can release more stable application and more quickly. So when we say example wise automotive, to decrease long cycle time while still meeting compliance requirements for application such as Mistra and AutoSAR. Healthcare, to manual digital transformation effort feasible while protecting the privacy and protection of the confidentially patient information in compliance with regulations such as HIPAA. Financial, retail and e-commerce. To help address top 10 web application security risks of OSAP and ensure application with PSI DSS payment card requirement for data. Privacy and security compliance for transaction between customer, merchant and financial services, etc. Embedded network dedicated consumer and IoT devices. Write safe code that minimize the SW25 most dangerous software error occurrence. Next we are going to check application security tool that you need to implement in DevSecOps. So one is static application security testing. So SaaS tool search property code or custom code for error in coding and design defect that could lead a weakness that could be exploitable. During the code building and creation phase of the SDLC, start tool are primarily used. Some software composition analysis. In order to find known vulnerabilities in open source and third-party models, SCAR tool include black duck search source code and binaries. Using SCAR, a development team can quickly track and analyze any open component brought into the project. Interactive application security testing. So, IAST analyze code for security vulnerabilities while the app is run by automated test, human tester or any activity interacting with application functionality. These technologies report vulnerabilities in real time, which means it does not add any extra time to your continuous integration or continuous deployment pipeline. IAST works inside the application, which make it different from both static analysis and dynamic analysis. This type of testing does not test the entire application code base. Dynamic application security testing. A dynamic analysis security testing tool or DAS test is an application security solution that can help to find certain vulnerabilities in web application while they are running in production. A DAS test is also known as a black box test because it's performed without a view into the internal source code or application architecture. A DAS testing can look for broad range vulnerabilities including input-output validation issues that could leave an application vulnerable to cross-site scripting or SQL injection. Benefits of DevSecOps. So rapid cost-effective software delivery. So security can lead to huge time delay when application developed in non-DevSecOps environment. It can be time consuming and costly as well to modify the code and security program. DevSecOps is the quickly eliminate this and it's safe and safe to delivery and save the time and reduce the cost as well. Improve productive security. From the start of the development cycle, DevSecOps implement cybersecurity process. The code is checked, audited, and scanned and evaluated for security questions during the development cycle. Access security vulnerability patching. How easily it handles newly discovered security vulnerabilities is a key advantage of DevSecOps. Automation compatible with modern development. If a company uses continuous integration, continuous delivery pipeline to ship their application, cybersecurity testing can be built into the automated test suite for the operation team. A repeatable and adaptive process. Repeatable and adaptive processes are given by DevSecOps. As the workplace evolves and adaptive processes are given by DevSecOps as the workplace evolve and adapted to new requirements. This means that production is the implement continuously in the environment. Why should application protection be incorporated into cycle of DevSecOps? So there are open business and easily accessible. To secure important companies rely on firewall and network segmentation in order to be used by clients apps are exposed to the public. They keep the key to data kingdom. Database file shares and other critical data are regularly shared with the web application. Since they are closed and this information is easier to find if they have been breached. It is pretty straightforward to access the application. Hackers have tools that let them to target and aim the web application to discover the malicious activity. Adapting DevSecOps mindset. Just like DevOps, what DevSecOps really all about is association and alliance. It's crucial that safety and wide range of educational together to understand the risk facing some other team. Efficient vulnerability scanning organization was able to into the SDLC include to ensure safety testing carried out efficient and automatically before application go into the production. The use of continuous integration solution. To ensure an application security solution, implement problem tracking automatically send defect to the problem tracking solution used by the production and QA team. Making production check much more reliable by using automation and monitoring. The sixth pillar of DevSecOps. DevSecOps pillar 1, collective responsibility. Everybody has a privacy obligation from their own and need to be conscious of their very own responsibility security status of the company. The second one is the DevSecOps pillar 2, collaborate and integration. So for the member of all functional team to report possible anomalies or security aware of and collaborating culture is important. DevSecOps pillar 3, pragmatic implementation. Bringing a model framework, agnostic digital security and privacy that focus on application creation would enable organizations to pragmatically pursue the safety in the DevOps. Bridging compliance and development. The best way to solve the difference between security and development is to convert relevant control into right software measures and to define critical points inside the lifecycle of the software where it's possible to automate and measure this control. The fifth one is automation. By enhancing the compliancy, reliability and frequency of testing, feedback, software performance can be achieved. Matches that can be automated should be and for removal should be designated all that can't. Measure, monitor, report and action. In order for DevSecOps to succeed, the individual is like to need to constantly access, track, report and act on the software development and post-delivery outcome at the right time. DevSecOps, the future of security. In today's world, safety is everybody's work, just like efficiency. Don't let the silo of the self-proclaimed expert restrict your view. Reacting companies and administrators once faced their consequence and now are now revitalizing their security policy with new budget. In a silo whose ability restricted by the number of security staff within the silo, conventional security professional work. Instead adapt DevSecOps cycle, agile decentralized strategy and retain team to manage their own fate. In addition, make the product development team responsible. So there is no muscling between them and department enforcement. Security is not an business priority with the DevSecOps group prospering. It is also new and greatest thinking incorporated to continuous delivery pipeline. Continuous arm with the security means that we are headed of the best days of the software delivery. Thank you.